I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Hi, everybody. Hi, Night.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome in, everybody. We are having our 7th episode of Happy Hour. And today we have our featured guests being streamers who are parents. We have a beloved Gwen, CoolDad, and Kandi Gal. Would you guys like to do a quick little intro on yourselves? Who you are, who are your kids, as much information as you're willing to share on the internet because, privacy issues.
I appreciate that.
What you stream, what kind of content you make. Yeah, in whatever order you want.
I'll go first.
Mhm.
I stream a lot of games, mostly just games. I have an 8-year-old son. I have shared custody of him with his dad as we're no longer together.
Mhm. What kind of games do you play?
Lately I've been doing a lot of Lockdown Protocol.
Mhm.
A lot of that. I play Valorant, not as much, but still sometimes.
I look and feel like
I'm
that's like a pattern recently with the lack of Valorant.
Valorant's been rough lately.
Mm-hmm. I have Spotify. Is that my Spotify playing? Yes, it is. Okay, hold on. That doesn't need to, okay. Ignore that. Ryan, go ahead.
Hi, I'm CoolDad, otherwise known as Ryan Fu in real life. I am an event producer by trade, but became a TikToker quite suddenly, and it's like my whole life. I'm actually at an event now. Our loading's at 5:30, so like the timing's perfect. I had to set up a streaming thing for the event anyway, so just super happy to be here. I play Valorant. I play Valorant primarily to like engage with the community. I think it hit me really early on how like accessible 18-year-olds suddenly were to like my life and how much I enjoyed having conversations with them. So it's like really meaningful to me. I love Valorant so much and I love the game. And it's so different from like the toxic Counter-Strike 1.6 that I knew when I was 16. So anyway, that's like my work. I got 2 kiddos. I got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. They are both boys. They're both full of testosterone. They're very pretty. They're very cognizant of consent. They're very, verbose and very beautiful. And I've got a lovely wife, and we are together, and we are struggling through the hurdles of capitalism and parenting like everybody else. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you.
Hi everybody, my name is beloved Gwen. I mostly go by Gwen. Most people just call me Gwen, Gwenny. Some people even call me my real name, those who I'm most closest to, which I really don't mind. I primarily play Valorant as well myself, but recently I have started delving into the cozy games of Animal Crossing and a little bit of Stardew. And I used to do book reading because a lot of people watching me were saying that they couldn't fall asleep. So apparently I have a very soothing, relaxing voice and manner, and they would fall asleep on my stream, which they still do. They still do while I game. I have 2 kiddos, 2 boys, 11-year-old and 9-year-old. Both of them are neurodivergent, so both of them are on the autism spectrum. My eldest also has quite severe OCD, so that's quite different. Also, they were both born in California. I lived there for 10 years, and unfortunately, due to circumstances with my ex-husband, I have had to relocate back to the UK. So he's still over there, and we are over here. But the boys are thriving, so that is what counts.
My son is also autistic.
Oh, that's interesting.
How has that been having? Okay, let me know if any of my questions are crossing a boundary or border that you don't want to discuss, because I don't think we've talked about boundaries before I planned this. But how has it been having your son's father be in a different country? Like, have they been able to interact with each other since, or?
Because of the demeanor of my ex-husband and the relationship that both of them have and the communication boundaries that they've gone through and understanding. So generally, children who are on the spectrum are at a much younger mental age than what they are physically. So, for example, because my eldest is on quite a severe scale of autism, he is actually more like a 3/4-year-old versus an 11-year-old. So, if you think back to being a toddler, you don't have the communication skills, or let alone the understanding of such a different transition, or even maybe even comprehending that their father is in a completely different country. So in that regard, there is a huge disconnect between them. My youngest, however, has much more verbal communication skills now, and his social and emotional understanding is developed a lot faster since being over here. Also because he's a lot younger than my eldest, and children when they're younger, they're more like sponges, and when they're older, things just kind of slow down a little bit. So he has a greater understanding of the situation, but again, he's still quite disconnected that his father is in a completely different country. But again, it's based on how they see or have seen their mother with their father, and there is already a huge rift in between them. But they have over here gained relationships through my brother and my father, for example. So they don't have a non-father figure. They are very close with my brother and my father. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But there's just a big disconnect between their own actual father.
I'm glad they have their like paternal figures to look toward.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important. It is important for children to have both a mother and a father role model. It doesn't necessarily have to be the mother or father. It could be a sibling. It could be a grandparent. It could be somebody. But I think it is quite important for children to have both.
Yeah. So what has made each of you start streaming? Was it before or after having kids? I feel like it's probably all after for you guys.
Yeah, it's after for me.
Mm-hmm.
The same.
I was like, I didn't really think about this when I was writing this question, but I was like, oh, all of your kids are like on the, not like old, but like they're old enough for you guys to have started after.
Yeah, I mean, I think mine are the youngest, right? And I think mostly for me, I just deal with being exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
Which I think all young people with young children know. But I explicitly started streaming right when my second was born. So it was like he kind of spiritually brought with him, CoolDad and like some of how I showed up on the internet. And I think that, speaking to what Gwen was saying a second ago, there's lots of people who show up in the myth. And obviously that's part of what I try and do is hold that space, because it might be missing in one particular regard, but that doesn't mean that folks can't step up and hold it. So yeah, so it's all related, I think. And I also think that, there's a variety of successful parent gamer streamers now. And I think it's interesting to note, not without any judgment, I'm not putting any judgment on anybody, to note like what it looks like and what those people's lives look like versus like people who are single and have been doing it for 15 years and they're successful, but they're like, they're still partying like they're 23, but they're 35. And I mean, it catches up to you. And so it's just interesting to see all the different life paths. And I just got into it at the very end and I'm like still new to everything. So I'm kind of a wide-eyed doe in all of it,
Am I allowed to ask how old you guys are? Roughly, if you don't want to give the
anything. Just, like in the conversation about vulnerability, I'm like, I love vulnerability, so you can ask me anything.
Okay. If you don't want to give me your exact age, it's like general age grouping.
I'm 32.
Okay.
I turned 30 in February.
I'm 38.
Cool. I know, Kandi, you were just at TwitchCon. Like,
yes,
Ryan was just talking about the partying aspect. How did you feel on your end on the partying aspect at TwitchCon? Because I know that's a big part.
parties. I wasn't really invited, but I also was very verbal. Like, I'm too old to go out to clubs and stuff. Like, it's just not for me. It never was. So that's part of why, like, I got married when I was 20 because I never felt like the partying scene was for me, and I was like, I want to settle down. So I settled down really early in life
Mhm.
because it just doesn't fit my vibe. I'm chill. I mean, I like to like I drink socially. I drank at the house at the B&B
Yeah.
when we were at TwitchCon. Like, I don't mind drinking with friends, but I don't like going out in public and getting crazy. Like, that's just not for me.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm arguably not that old. I'm 26. I'm on the
You're young.
Yeah, I am young, and sometimes I forget that because I'm part of the Valorant community, and on the Valorant community, I feel old. You know what I
That's
mean?
so true.
Yeah, but 26 is so old compared to a 16-year-old.
That's what. Well, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but like
It
even,
is.
even like the 18 to like 21-year-olds, you're like, oh my god, grandma, hi. I'm like, okay,
Right. Like, I have people in my community half my age, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
yeah. But like even like I think as soon as I turned like, legally allowed to drink, I just never really got into clubbing as much. Like I'll go if it's someone's birthday and they invite me out, but the vibes are
Well,
just like not for me.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you that, like, generally, and I wear purple glasses. Like I throw parties for a living, so I'm
Mhm.
somebody who, despite being sober, like I don't drink alcohol or
Mhm.
anything like that, and live a pretty clean life. But I've done a bunch of lived in that scene for a long time, and I think I live in a very interesting place of like I think it has so much value to our community. Like, if you just took the drugs and alcohol out, like
Yeah.
we need spaces for coming together. We need spaces for gathering. We need spaces for fun. We need spaces for dance. We need spaces and drugs and alcohol aren't necessarily bad, right?
They are, yeah.
But in moderation, and like, there's obviously problems that can arise with them. But I think that I see like younger folks, especially shying away from exactly like you just said, the club and like going out and like this. It seems like the social pressure to like be cool in that way has faded a bit for this generation. Like they don't seem like they really give a fuck. They'll just stay inside and play Valorant, whatever.
Mhm.
But I do want us to have spaces for community, and I do want them to exist in real life.
Yeah.
So I also want to be a champion for a little bit of partying or something. I don't know. It sounded weird to say, but you know what I mean.
No, that's very valid. I think
it's something our community needs.
yeah. 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 Especially because I feel like people that are just always online need something to do in person that are more than just like once a year kind of activities.
Board games are really fun, people.
I love board games. I've
It's
been
just
like
a good excuse to get together.
Yeah, I've been like looking for like a board game cafe type place. And I'm sure they exist. I live in New Jersey, so like all of these kind of things I'm sure exist in New York. Like I feel like the city just has everything.
Oh wait, hold on. I'll tell you because I went to New York and I know one.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. It's called OSNYC. It's right at the top of Chinatown, right where the bridge enters Chinatown. It's like this, OS, like operating system,
Yeah.
NYC, and they're a bar, and it's like a $10 entry, and you can play anything. It's not like hours or anything like that. It's just free entry, but it's 21 and up, and it's a bar.
I've been
It's
here.
fucking dope. Yeah, it's great.
There's a Twitch meetup in here. I went there.
Well, then, what are you talking to me for?
I didn't realize the
Go
board
find
game
you some
place.
community.
There's just a PC shit over there.
They do everything. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like when people hold space like that,
Yeah,
for community,
that's true, yeah.
anyone can go take that. It can be the D&D people can go and take space there.
Yeah.
And the karaoke people for nerds can.
Very
That's why
valid.
it's so important,
hmm
So yeah, so there's one. Go hang out with your people.
I shall do that. Yes.
I mean, I was jealous when I was straight up leaving New York City. Like, I'm sad I'm not going to be able to go to that spot. So.
Oh, okay. So like that was like a place you frequented, I guess, while you were there, or like.
Yeah, it was pre-CoolDad, but it was I spent like a couple weeks in New York, and it was very fun. It's the only like alone time vacation I've ever had. And it was like 2 years ago. I got 10 days in New York by myself. It was so fun.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your time there.
Thank you. It was, you know what it was? It was like a bachelor. It was because we found out we were having the second kid. And
Mhm.
I was like, I'm never gonna have a solo thing forever, you know.
I need my space.
I've
Yeah.
never been to New York City, you know, and everyone always told me, yeah, you're a weirdo. New York's gonna love you, and it did.
I'm
And
glad.
I swear to God, I left New York and I was like, I'm gonna get rich and famous and I'll come back.
That's
So
the
we're on our
goal,
way,
huh?
you know? Yeah.
Gwen, why did you start streaming?
I actually started streaming this year, actually January this year. But I had dabbled a little bit in streaming prior to that. I actually, back in 2018, 2019, I actually streamed for a little bit on Mixer. And I started playing with Fortnite, and well, I don't really like going back to Fortnite now, but yeah, I was starting streaming over there, and it was actually because of my ex-husband. He told me, "Oh, you should try it. I do it, try it, see what happens." And well, let's just say he got a little bit jealous of my growth, and there was quite a big fight about it. And needless to say, I stopped for a period of time, but I didn't realize actually how much fun I had and how well I can connect with other people. And I was nervous as hell starting it this year, but I can see how many people enjoy talking with me as much as I enjoy talking with them, and I'm really, really, really glad that I did it. I'm really glad I started.
I'm really glad you did it too.
Thank you.
Your community is also like amazing. Like you're amazing, but your community is also
Ah.
amazing.
No, don't.
And your community is a reflection of you. That's what I always believe as a content creator. So
W's in the chat, snaps.
I feel very, very honored and very blessed that you just said that right now, because I truly do feel like my community is quite something else, and I am very, very, very grateful to have met so many amazing people, including yourself, Minty, my love, my dear.
Thanks, Mom. Kandi, when did you start streaming?
So it was always kind of something I was interested in. Like I've always been big into like YouTube and stuff, and I've been on Twitch since like 2013. But I didn't start streaming until like regularly till last year. And it was because I was into a lot of Val content creators like Siri and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them doing it and I was like, I think I can do this now. Like I have my own place. I got a setup. School. I was finishing up school, so I had a bit more free time. So I decided to start doing it, and it's just been a lot of fun.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, question. I don't really know the timeline of your content creating, but like, did you start making TikTok videos and then start streaming, or did you start streaming
yeah.
and yeah?
Yeah, my Twitch handle is CoolDad from TikTok. And that's what everyone calls me.
This is true.
Oh my God, are you CoolDad? Are you
This is
CoolDad from TikTok? So that's like the thing. And TikTok's my home. I'm really grateful for TikTok. Like that's, to be honest, like I could care less about Twitch as a platform. I wish you all success and I'm glad it exists again as a space for community, but it's a lot. And I also think that like, I don't know, I wish they supported small creators more. And
yeah,
TikTok's how you find your audience, you know? Twitch is where your audience comes to roost and support and find nest and like where you can hold the space with them. But TikTok is, I'm really grateful for the algorithm and spreading the message that I was trying to spread. And I don't know, yeah, I mean, for me, it was all TikTok and was all short form. And I was also inspired by, you know, some other creators, short form creators. To be honest, I'm thinking about a friend. The one who really inspired me was a friend who plays electric violin. And she started like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and she just started making, it was like right at the end of Vine, whenever the fuck that was. So maybe it was like 6 years ago. I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
But she did really well on Vine, and then Vine died. And she's like, I'll just go try this new TikTok thing. And she blew up and got like 1 million followers. And she went from being somebody who played electric violin for fun, you know, funsies, doing like Guitar Hero songs kind of thing, to like playing on big stages with the bands she was doing Guitar Hero songs covers of, you know? And it was because of TikTok, you know, it was because her short form was really powerful storytelling that was about her take on electric violin and these cool songs. It was really great. Anyway, yeah, I started with short form, and I think also I, you know, I changed my name to. I would say the first thing that happened is I changed my name to CoolDad. I had this feeling like I had already been having conversations with people online, and I was like, I'm going to change my name, and maybe that'll open people up a little bit. And the
Mm-hmm.
response was instantaneous.
Yeah.
Like I can't go in a game whether people recognize me or not. And well, are you a dad? Well, or did you bring back the milk? Whatever, like name the gambit. So
Yeah.
and of course that's like projection, right? And it opens up people for a conversation that I want to have, and that they may not be ready for, but I'm ready for it. And
You're
so
always ready for it.
yeah, and also just to be love and supporting and positive, almost ruthlessly counterculturally in the face of a weird, sexist,
Yes.
racist, hostile environment
Mhm.
where I can choose to weaponize my kindness.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but yeah, that was like the origin, and the TikTok was that, and then I stream because people ask me to, and but to be honest, it's not. It's hard for me. It's a lot of labor because I get asked a lot of questions that are really heavy, and
Yeah.
yeah, it can be a lot. So yeah.
Off the top of your head, what has been your favorite interaction with random people in a game?
Me?
Well, all of you, but yes, you.
Oh man, off the top of my head, I feel like every time I get sung to, I feel very special. I swoon a little bit. Yeah, like
Ooh.
it's happened like 5 or 6 times that someone. It was a couple days ago. I had someone who played piano, and it was
Ooh.
at first I was like, oh, is it like a soundboard? And then they were responding to what I was saying with a little improv ditty,
Ooh.
They
Yeah.
were like talking in piano. I clipped it. It was really cute. And then they just played for me, and I just like sat and spawned, like listening. That's happened a couple times. That's my favorite because it's art.
Yeah. They're serenading you.
Yeah, and like how random that I get
Yeah.
to be on Valorant one-on-one in this beautiful moment. And I'm the
Yeah.
kind of person who really take that shit in. So
Love that. Kandi?
Really can't think of one particular instance. I mean, I always like when people say they like my voice or something, because I've always been like self-conscious of my voice. I got made fun of a lot growing up.
What the?
So those have always been nice.
I love your voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful voice.
I don't know. I get a lot of weird comments just because my name on Valorant has stepmom in it.
Oh,
So
it's okay. My hashtag is mommy, so I fully understand.
yeah, but sometimes it turns into like funny, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I didn't mean it that way," or like it turns into a funny bit sometimes. But sometimes it's just weird and uncomfortable. So it's hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like how now in Agent Select they can't actually see the hashtag. Honestly, I do this to myself. I could have 100% changed my hashtag, but like here we are. But now they can't see the hashtag. So like sometimes I still get those kind of comments and I'm like, damn, what did I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't you used to be able to hover and see the hashtag. Now in this new change, you
It's
can't.
a problem though. Someone's like trying to pretend to be someone else, and that could lead to issues.
True. I mean, once you get into the game, you can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Gwen, what has been your favorite?
Mine, I don't really have one either. I'm kind of in a similar boat to Kandi because, again, I'm not a fan of my voice. I'm still not a fan of my voice, even though a lot of people have told me that they find it comforting. But it's normally the case of me saying something, and then there's like a derogatory kind of comment, and then by the end of the game, it's kind of like you've changed their mind, you've changed their opinion, you've changed their whatever face value they were giving you, the stick that they were giving you for your voice, or that you sound like a mother, and then they find out you are a mother, and then it kind of just they crumble. They actually crumble. It's almost like they are seeking that kind of anger to get that out, and then it's kind of like, well, hang on a minute, I'm actually vulnerable, and I want to actually connect with somebody who could potentially understand me a bit better. I feel like there is a lot of teenagers and young adults out there who are are like looking for somebody to guide them, that it is okay. There's so many times that are just out there that people are just really like just want to tell me something, like something that's going on, or to know that everything's going to work out, or like they're so anxious all the time. And I tell them, go to sleep, eat properly, exercise, try it for a week, see how you feel. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time they come back and they're like, you know what, I feel much better now. I feel a lot better. You know, it's just maybe they're just looking for somebody to talk to and somebody to open up with, and somebody who they feel may take the time to listen to them. But that's usually my experience.
I think most people aren't used to anyone listening or giving a fuck at all.
That's true.
So just the act of holding space, or even pretending to listen, like when if you open up a conversation in Valorant, for instance, and you're like, "Hey, everybody, how's it going? How's everyone's day going?" I was like, "Oh, my day's fucking terrible." Like, you could be done with the conversation if you want, but you can also choose to see that as a kind of invitation to someone asking for help, right? Or at least, even if it's not help, it's like being seen, some camaraderie, some like acknowledgement that having a shitty day is normal and it's gonna be okay. You know, like I think that's totally normal, and I think you're right. People are seeking it.
Yeah.
Whether they know it or not, you know.
I 100% am one of those people. Like it's not like I do it like consciously, but it's like, oh wow, like people actually like care.
Who doesn't like affirmation?
Exactly.
What's wrong with you if you don't is a better question, you know? Like,
it's a whole other issue.
yeah, I'm surprised with how little hate I get, and I also want to note, like, it feels unfair because patriarchy, and I also know there's like loud sounds in my background, so I'm sorry, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It's crazy, but like my interaction is part of who I am and how I hold the space too. But my interactions are so positive overall, you know. And I tend to force that hand, but I know it would be different if I sounded different. I think about sometimes if I should use like a voice changer and give it a shot and see if how people react to me if I'm the HVAC system or something. So anyway, yeah. So I think that that's something, but I also think that like the hostility is the norm, right? Like people are used to hostility, like to the point where if you're nice to them, they're like the immediate reaction is suspicion, right? Like, oh, what are you setting me up for, or like it's like not real.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think, all commentary on like where we're at in the world and society and shit, and young people generally. So. But I also think that like even though it might seem really like dark or something like that, it's also work that was never being done before, right? It's also like casting light on shadows for young people using a tool that never existed before. So
yeah.
It doesn't mean everyone's going to do their healing, but the capacity for it is there now.
Yeah.
On average, how many hours a week do you guys commit to your content creating / streaming?
You don't want that answer from me.
I usually stream after work for about 3 hours or so every weeknight. Weekends I don't really stream as much, but like if I'm playing games, I'll try to get like clips or recordings.
Yeah.
So I don't know, probably about as much time as I spend on a full-time job.
I dread to think actually right now, because for me, it's not just going live. For me, it's not just that hit go live button, especially now that I've started social media content. Before it was kind of the go live plus networking, and I'm big on networking. I love to learn who people are. I love to support other streamers, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like it's coming almost like a non-stop thing. And I feel like at some point I need to start setting my own boundaries against how much I'm actually doing. But yeah, it's a lot of hours, Minty. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I couldn't tell you at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's my full-time job. So this is, you know, I have an attitude toward it as somebody who's a breadwinner for their family and like just has to do it.
Mhm.
It's every waking hour that isn't sleeping, being with my children, or doing a tech gig or something like that. I also, I don't know, this is kind of a funny thing to name, but if we're just talking content, I'll say that in terms of clipping my TikTok content, that's, maybe an hour of gameplay, 2 hours of editing, and 30 minutes of like social media administrative bullshit, like reposting
Yeah.
and putting shit the right places and whatever. And so that's 3 hours of work. I could, dole that off or pay somebody else to do that. I've tried. It's harder than you might think. Partially because I'm picky. I want my content to feel like me.
Yeah.
And anyway, but I spend a lot of time doing other stuff. I make all my money is from sponsorships. So, I've got big sponsors with like BetterHelp and Amazon and Gigabyte and all kinds of stuff. So
Mhm.
I do a lot of cold calling. I do a lot of emailing. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of standard business shit that I think a lot of people forget about in
Yeah.
pursuing content creation as a career.
Mhm.
It was a really natural transition for me. Like my answer is I'm an entrepreneur and this is my job.
Yeah.
And this is my baby. I've got 4 babies. I've got a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, a dog, and CoolDad,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and keeping CoolDad alive takes a ton of effort. It takes more than all the other 3, to be honest. Like it just in terms of the raw, and it's more than I can do alone. So I have a team. You might have seen this lovely human being walking behind me.
Mhm.
This is Miles. He's one of my great team members, and I've got a bunch of other people. It's no one does anything alone.
Mhm.
But for me, it's just like it's so much time, and that's part of the answer to why I don't stream. Like I have to be honest with, and my community asked me to stream more. People want to stream. People ask like, how much can I donate for you to stream more? And
Yeah.
the answer is thousands and thousands of dollars, because the truth is that I have to like that TikTok content that day is more important than me going live for my brand, for my business, for like the model that I run, for my sponsors being happy, for me selling the metrics that pay the bills for my family.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, which is sad because that means that's the place I get to show up for my community the most directly, right?
Yeah.
But it makes me no money, and it's way harder. Like the labor I have to do to stream is extreme. I have to be on for hours, and I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know how y'all do it. I get live for like an hour, and I can be in a podcast setting, but I don't know.
Mhm.
So I think honestly, I might be more of a YouTuber. Like I'll probably do a show at some point and be like a weekly show or something. But yeah, for me, like it's a total commitment, and I also, I think a lot of people will hear that question, and a lot of people want to know the answer to that question because they want to pursue content creation. They want to know how many hours they can carve aside to start doing it.
Yeah.
And that's just the wrong approach in my
It
opinion.
is.
And
Yeah.
I would just encourage people to be really careful. So
Yeah. My little tidbit on this is I in the past couple weeks have been streaming way more hours than I normally would have, simply because of the new category that just came out on Twitch, the co-working category. And I've always done
Co-working? That's
co-working. I've always done co-working calls where this is just easier for me. I'm like neurodivergent, so it's easier for me to get work done when when I'm body doubling. So when I have people in call with me, even if we're not talking, just like getting work done.
Right.
So I've been co-working streaming where I'll be doing my own shit and they can't see what I'm doing either. They just see like my camera. They see me doing my work and they do their own work, and they could put their tasks on my list. They could show up on stream, whatever they're doing. And then like we do like Pomo timers, so like 75 minutes of working and then like a 15-minute break, and then we just like do it again.
Mhm.
Like I've gotten so much shit done while also streaming an insane amount of hours.
That's a great way to multitask. I mean, I love co-working outside of streaming it, which is a really
You don't
cute
have to stream it.
idea.
Yeah. Like even
I'm a
before
big
this, I was
co-working
doing it
fan.
in call. Like I love just sitting in call and doing my things, and while other people are doing their things. It's just so nice. But yeah, that was like a new thing though. Twitch just added co-working as a category. Okay. What is the most difficult thing about streaming or creating content, like as a parent? Like has being a parent ever clashed with your creating content, streaming schedule? I don't know if I want to say schedule in this context,
Never.
but
What? What? Never. Are you kidding me?
For me, since I have like shared custody, there's like certain days of the week I know my son's with his dad. So I always plan to make sure I stream those days. And then the days when he's here, it's kind of like hit or miss if I'll stream. I usually try to wait till he goes to sleep. But that's like why
Mhm.
me personally, I don't stream on weekends, is because I want to have them open to spend time with family.
yeah.
Because I used to work a third shift job in the past where I worked every weekend and I didn't get to see my family, like ever, like hardly anybody. So I want to have like a designated time where, like, if something comes up, my mom's like, hey, you want to come for dinner? I could be like, yeah, I don't have plans. So I think that's the hardest part, is just making sure there's time to still be yourself outside of like the internet and have time to spend with your family. So that's why I make sure I'm very particular about, I don't schedule much on weekends usually.
Mhm. I'm aware. I'm well aware of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't stream on weekends. I'll play games if I'm not doing anything, but I try to not have too many solid plans on weekends.
Mhm.
I'm in a kind of similar boat as you. Actually, both my children have now transitioned to different schools. One in particular is transitioning from elementary to high school, and he is having a very difficult time settling in. So right now he's only going to school 3 days a week. So that has limited me from being able to stream during the daytime 5 days a week, 5 days from Monday to Friday. But what I am doing, and the stream don't mind, the community does not mind. They seem to embrace my children quite well. But that is why I am doing very early morning streams on Saturday and Sunday mornings, and why they are like cozy game streams of very more relaxed environment. So when the kids are kind of just waking up from sleep, I get on to stream, and they're, they're like chill and calm and eating breakfast. And then when they start to kind of get riled up and want to go out and want to spend time with me, that's when I'm like, okay, guys, well, I gotta go now because the kids are, they're up, they're out. We gotta go do some stuff with them now. So my days of streaming and the times of streaming are changing a little bit. But for some reason, my community seems to absolutely find my youngest adorable, and they don't seem to mind it when I'm like, I gotta go like for 5 minutes and go help the kiddo, and they're like, sure, go, and they're still there when I get back. So
What are they gonna say if they did mind? Like, don't take care of your kids, take care of me instead. Hello.
They could leave, but they don't. They
My son's
stay.
pretty like
and-
easy with it because he loves like content creation. Like, he probably will become a YouTuber when he's older. So like, he knows I stream. He knows my channel. He like watches my shorts sometimes. So if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna stream, he'll like sit and watch his YouTube videos and try not to bother me too much. But I try not to stream too much when he's around.
That's
My
kind of cute.
youngest will literally come up and check the list to see who is there watching me, and he will do a roll call. I have a clip. Somebody clipped my kiddo saying, "Hi, K-pop star. Hi, Platty. Hi, Panda." Like a bunch
so
of people
cute.
down the stream, and it's just and you see my chat just fill up with
Community.
"Hi, kiddo," which is quite cute. But yeah, I think he's gonna be like very influenced by me. Like, he's big into Minecraft and stuff, and he's big into watching people doing speedruns and stuff on YouTube, and I've even caught him starting to look into software to record, and I'm just like, okay, he's gonna be like me.
Yeah, that's basically what my son's definitely going to get into content creation. I don't mind.
No, I don't mind it either. I actually think he's probably also going to go more so into the back end of coding, because he is so interested in coding. I mean, they have a
my
game
son
on
too.
Yeah, they have a game on the Switch called Mario Maker, And it's literally a level design. Like you're doing the back end coding of it, and he is just into that and scratch coding and all sorts of things. So yeah, I think he's going to be somewhere dabbling along maybe both sides of it. Who knows?
There is that
Yes,
trending
definitely
pattern
so.
where a lot of gamers tend to be interested in coding because as much as they like playing games, they also like the idea of making games or like being able to make games, even if that's not what they end up doing. Like I see so many people that have like that interest, even
Absolutely.
if that's not like their degree or whatever they end up doing in school. So many of them like doing video game design classes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. Um. I think we kind of brushed on this a little bit, but is content creating your main means of income? And if it's not, what other things do you do for work?
So content creation for me isn't full time, but I do work a day job doing I format SOC reports, which just is a fancy word for I format documents for some like accounting stuff that I don't really understand, but I just do what they tell me to do. I just follow a template, make the things match the template. That's what I do all day.
Fair enough.
Data input. It's helpful. Someone's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a stay-at-home mommy, and I'm still like processing the amount of trauma that I went through. So I'm technically on the list of not able to work at the moment. So doing something like this and being able to heal my own trauma and do content creating alongside of it, I would like it potentially to get that way. I'm not sure yet. I'm truthfully not sure, but I'm enjoying my time content creating either way.
Okay, so basically, if there was a potential for this to be a full-time career for you, do it.
I would, yeah. I probably would, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did I kind of get my answer before, right? So.
Yes, you do. Hmm. How has streaming affected your personal life? As parenthood and streaming can both be very taxing.
I don't see my in life community anymore. Like, to be honest, I'm somebody who like was kind of fairly known in Denver, Colorado, like just through parties and did events and did other cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see anybody anymore. I don't do shit. I work on CoolDad and I take care of my family. Then that's it.
That's
So it's
very
funny
valid.
because it's like I got famous, and now my experience of fame is now solely in Valorant. Like that's the only place that I have any sense of like people know me. But in real life, I've actually like get a lot less of that than I think I am used to.
Thank you for the raid, Lemon. I will give you a shout out.
I guess from my background and from everything that has happened and then relocating countries, and it's been a wild ride, I'm not gonna lie, because going from creating a life in a completely different continent to coming back over to the UK where I was born and raised, to coming back to friendships that I thought I had, to find out that those friendships have also fallen through is kind of it's kind of difficult. It's also because I'm still healing and understanding who the heck I am, because so much of me was broken down into a very, very small shell of a person. So I'm rediscovering myself and the people that I can be myself around. So it's kind of like I would say that streaming has helped me significantly discover who the heck I am again. So I wouldn't say it's really disrupted anything. It's more grown and an aspect of me that was missing essentially. So again, I'm very, 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 very grateful for the friendships and the community that I've built.
I love that. And
What was the question?
how has streaming affected your personal life, as parenthood and streaming can be very taxing?
I never really had friends, so it hasn't really disrupted much. It's actually given me more people to like spend time with and
Mhm.
like be friends with, and I think it's overall just improved my life than really taken away from it.
Yay, I'm glad to hear that. I feel like streaming and like the people that I met through streaming has just kind of overtaken my social life. Like I used to have more of an IRL social life and I still do, just not as frequent as my internet social life, if that makes sense.
I think it's also like every person, especially as you transition from your 20s to your 30s, as you have kids, you realize that like the friends that you have that didn't have kids, they kind of fade away. They go different paths, because they can do shit you can't do. There's like concerts they can go to, you can't go to, and there's bars they want to go to late at night, and you're like, bro, I'm not doing that. I have to go home to my kid tomorrow morning or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it naturally there's a reacclimation to new friend groups and stuff. I think that's pretty normal. So I'd say everyone goes through that. But I think that if you're a parent and a streamer, I think it's probably a little double duty, a little extra hard because there's just already so little space for parents in community, So
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I guess we also kind of touched on this. I was gonna ask how you maintain balance between work, like stream life and parenting.
I
Guess
actually
we
didn't
kind of.
answer the previous question. I could kind of
Oh yeah, go for it.
which for me, I'm quite, and to be honest, I think some of this might be like my own trauma, like with feeling like my dad worked all the time when I was a kid. But my streaming and my TikTok and content creation is entirely separate from my family life. Like I have an office, and then I go to the office and I do all my shit at the office, and it's like my kids call it the office home. They have little like spaces there. It's not like they're never there, But
Yeah.
when I'm doing my work, I also play a violent video game, and they're tiny little children, don't need to see me blasting folks, which I do. And so that's one thing. But for me, like it feels nice to keep it separate, and then I can come home and hold the space I know I need to hold with my family.
Yeah.
Also, because like again, maybe it's different for some folks, but I have on the regular some pretty deep, intense conversations with folks that I don't want to be around my kids. So.
Yeah.
But I want to I want to talk to a kid about heroin or whatever, just not next to my 5-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very bad. You do have a lot of deep conversations with people that you run into games though. And I think that's kind of what works for your branding though.
Yeah, that's why nobody can copy me.
No, because they have to have that kind of like mentality. Like you have.
You got to go be in the public school system for 10 years and get high schoolers to just destroy you day after day. Good luck. You'll never know cool until then. I've seen so many. I taught theater for a long time after school with Black Actors Guild, which is my first company. And man, I don't think I've ever seen like an industry more grown people cry than after school providers at a high school, because high schoolers don't give a fuck, man. They don't care about you at all. They will tear your heart out. They will, whatever insecurities are on display are just free pickings, easy ammo.
Yeah.
And also like, the internet can be brutal, but when it's in front of you, it's a different thing. So yeah. So like, to be honest, when a kid talks shit to me, I've been in some pretty hardcore schools. Like I've been in some places that, where violence was a real issue. I've taught in prisons before. And when some kid's talking shit to me on Valorant Online, it has zero impact on my being, I think it's kind of cute, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Um. Okay, wait. Sorry, my brain is like malfunctioning. Um, what is your like biggest advice for maintaining balance between work, life, and parenting?
Man, generally, I'll say it's. I think first it's worth noting that it's a really, 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 really hard thing to do, and that like it's not anyone's fault because they have to work too much, or because they aren't kind of with their kids enough, or because their co-parent abandoned them, or because of whatever. Right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not anyone's fault, and I want to start from that place because our systems, there are no systems in the world that exist right now that I believe are supportive enough of parents. And full stop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people have any idea the amount of labor that goes into raising a semi decent human being, much less like a good functioning member of society, right? Who's going to contribute something to our future. So, like, and we also give that no fucking value, right? So, like, women's labor, especially anyone stay in home parents' labor, is totally undervalued in America, especially, but all over.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, the first thing that I would say is just like level set with a recognition that like labor is being done, even if it's not seen or recognized, like knowing that the labor has value and like knowing that in your heart first is like a place to start. Then it's like, what bills need to get paid? How are we getting them paid? Who's doing what with what people? Is our mental health okay? And that like Frank and I have an amazing partner. I have like an indigenous woman who's like a Chinese medicine doctor and is doing all her healing, and she's a yogi and he eats really good. Like I have a fucking S tier partner, and I think I'm fucking great too. And it's hard as fuck. Like I could not imagine doing it alone, you know?
Yeah.
So, and my heart goes out to all the people who do it alone. So like I think that's the first place to start, which is that you're fucked. You're totally fucked. There is no work-life balance. So just like I feel like that's a really important place to level set
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise it's this impossible. My answer is, well, become a millionaire and then pay everybody to be the community that you need to help take care of your kids and go to the grocery store and take care of the garden in the backyard. But until you can do that, and because our society is so poorly designed to support folks in that situation, I mean, it's just you're scrapping, you're surviving. And so my answer would be have grace. Have grace, have grace, have grace. Be gentle. Be gentle. Have like just as much love and softness as you can give yourself and your partner or whoever else is in the parenting space with you. Like you're gonna have days you blow up on your kid, you're gonna have days you fuck up your work, you're gonna have days where everyone gets sick and it fucks up the money that needs to come in for the bills. And it's like that's both the kid's fault and your fault, but no one's fault, and it affects everyone. Like there's who do you blame, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
so there's no answer. It's just suffering. No, I'm joking. It's just that it's just that we need each other. We have to have community. We have to have support. And co-parents, other people help a lot. I've got a couple of friends. Big shout out Zoe, good friend of ours, Soul the Mage. We needed help, and I was like, man, just like whatever, let's just call together our friends and be honest, like we're tired and we're doing a bunch and we need support these couple of weeks especially. And Zoe came in and they said, you know, on Mondays and Thursdays I'll come after work and I'll just stop by and we'll just call it like we're doing dinner together, but I'll help with the laundry or the dishes. Like I can contribute 4 days of mutual aid over the course of the next. And we had two people do that and it was so helpful. I'm so grateful. So like and I think any parent would say that too, right? Like for a homie to come over and do the dishes and do the laundry and vacuum really
Mm-hmm.
quick and just like watch your kid while you go poop so that they don't follow you in, and you know, like that's like the so my answer is grace and my answer is community and each other.
It takes a village.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't even realize that even if they're not gaming or streamers or anything like that, like people like our parents or anything, I don't think they realize that it is a whole flipping village that you need. And especially in society these days, they try and make it like a good old 2.4 family, where you have just the nuclear family of parents and children, and your siblings are more outstretched extended family, and then your parents are extended and your grandparents are extended, whereas it should all actually be together. And you see a lot of Eastern cultures and Middle Eastern cultures, they have everybody together in one household, and it works easier that way. You need it. You need support. Everybody needs support for each other. But yeah, I would agree with what Ryan said right there, is that there is no blame, and there is blame, and it's all togetherness, and it's just a case of making it work. There's no, like, as a pretty much single parent, there is no choice. There is no choice in it. You just make it work. You schedule the time. You push through the hours. If your kid is sick, well, that's too bad. You're just gonna have to wait with what you had planned, and things get delayed sometimes. And it's just you find a way. You find a way, and you. I think at the end of the day, you got to realize that you only get one life, and sometimes we get so caught up in pushing and striving for things that we don't take the time to smell the roses and enjoy what we actually have. Like, it's kind of important to realize that your streaming is important, your content is important, and that is what brings the money in for some of us. And we want to get bigger, we want to outreach, we want to help more people or influence more people or support more people. But at the same time, we do also have to kind of look inward and be like, be grateful for what we have here and our little munchkins growing up. And it's tricky. There's no real balance. You get it done. You just gotta get done.
Yeah, I mean, like, so much of parenting is explicitly that. It's like, it's you have no balance, but you do it anyway. It's you're underslept, but you feed the kids anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, streaming is it's like the question's really about being a parent. Like, the streaming part is, how do you fit that amidst already being exhausted from being a parent? And so, it's a similar answer. You try and get it done.
You do.
However you can.
Yep.
It's also, I think, why parents are so not judgmental of each other, like, compared to a lot of other, like, subcultures that I see, because I feel like a lot of parents know that they have grace for just, like, some days the iPad, there was no other way but the iPad. There was no other way but the chocolate. There was no other way but the, or whatever. So.
Oh yeah, some days some arguments just aren't worth having.
Totally, yeah.
And do you have anything else?
Learn that lesson later,
Oh yeah, I'm a heavy believer. If the kid is fed, then we won the day.
Yeah, totally. And you know what's sad is that really is. There are a bunch of studies. Sorry, I know I soapbox a lot, but there are a bunch of studies that show that, like, core childhood trauma is about showing up for your kid. This sounds crazy, more than half the time. That's the barometer. Did your kid feel like you were there for them more? And it sounds like that's like such a low bar, in my opinion, right? Like, I feel like I want my kid to feel like I was there for 100% of the time, right? Especially when I wasn't physically near them, whatever. But, like, that's all people need to just be quality human beings. So just remembering that as a parent, that, like, and to your kid, when you show up 51% of the time or with 51% effort, you're a god. You're a hero in their eyes. Like, you're their whole world. So I promise it is enough,
I think also that some people in general don't really understand what that even entails, like showing up for. Like, it's different for every person, like how we'll have our own love language of what hits best for us, of how you should love me. Like, we're all unique in that sense. And it's the same with our children are unique, and our parenting style is going to be different, and it's going to be transferred on from what we've learned, and then also trying to learn ourselves or what we've experienced ourselves. But at the same time, it's kind of like you want to do better for your children than how you were raised. And some people don't know or understand fully what that means to be present for your child. And I think you know, some parents are like, well, you know, I was working all the time, so I gave my love with gifts, for example. That's the classic one, right? So we
Mhm.
can say that, and then they feel less guilty because then they feel like that they were there for their child in the best way that they could do that, provide for that child. And I still, you know, have grace to hold with my parents on that aspect, that they did raise me the best way that I did, and I am raising my children with the best way that I have. But at the same time, there's always going to be some form of trauma or something, and you try and lessen that as much as you can. As a parent, you try and think, or at least the ones that are, you know, trying to raise good humans, they think, you know, what can I do? What more can I do for my child? But you know, at the same time, it's kind of like, well, we have our own lives to live as well, and you know, sometimes we can't be as present as what we mean to be. And I think a lot of these days generations, it's just they didn't have the emotional support. They weren't listened to. They weren't believed, and I think that they hold that against their parents, and they don't know how to express that properly. And then that's when you get the viciousness in game.
Yeah.
People just getting angry and just hitting at whatever angle they can. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never got listened to, right? Like, I try and think about, like, you know, so I think that so much of, I think when you become a parent, you really can't avoid the generational trauma, right?
Mhm.
You start seeing, like, your kid does something that pisses you off, and you go, oh, that's something my dad used to do. And like, or my dad used to get mad at me for doing that. And like, now I'm in his shoes, and like, but he backhanded me that one time and I'm super traumatized about it, you know, or like whatever. That's obviously an extreme example, but like
Mhm.
that you have an opportunity, you're confronted every day with these moments where you're like, oh, I can choose different. And it's hard. It's really hard, right? Like the reason that people, and I try and emphasize this when I talk about quality parenting. I just think quality parenting is laborious, right? Like I just, if you want, that's why I keep on saying like people need to show up 51% of the time. But if you want good people and like good kids, it's a lot of work. And it's really easy to, I think, to forget that. Just be burned the fuck out. And when you're working really hard to be a great parent and burning yourself out, also making good money or whatever you're trying to do to hold it all together, it's easy to fall into the habits and all the little things that are you being a piece of shit parent are also the easy choices. All of them.
They are.
100%.
They are. Yeah.
So it's like, it really is, and that's part of why it feels like society needs to have this conversation about renegotiating how we value parents and how we value this labor. Because in what fucking world is this good for society, right? Like, in what world are we not perpetuating these cycles of whatever, whether it's misinformation or trauma or whatever, you know, like over and over and over again without the space for healing. I also think that like we're the first generation, I would say millennials or whatever, you know, to
Mhm.
like be coming into a place of power where we can have these conversations on the internet like we're having now. And maybe 100 years from now, this seems primitive, you know, and everyone knows about, you know, like everyone's got 7 therapists or whatever. But, you know, I know that it's in a lot of places, it's like dangerously antiquated, you know? Um, and I just try and hold that space. And I also know that there's a lot of people who like can't, not for their own, not for their fault, can't put the labor in to be the parent they want to be. You know, I feel that way sometimes. There's times where I show up more for my TikTok community than I do for my kid on that particular day, and it makes me feel terrible. But like, and like, how do I reconcile with, you know, like this? There's so many conflicting emotions there. So it's always comes back to like, we're all doing our best, graceful, slow, gentle, but absolutely, you know, I just feel like it's important to have that overarching, like the system makes it really, really difficult, and that's undeniable as like the starting ground for that kind of stuff, you know?
Mhm.
And it could be better. It'd be nice if it was supportive.
Wouldn't it?
On that like kind of note, do you ever feel like some of your community and following ever feel like your children to an extent?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I have probably a handful of people in my community that I now feel responsible for, that I'm like taking care of. Like, did you take your meds and what's going on here? And like, yeah, absolutely. But honestly, I love it. I love it. And it's because in some level I can see that they have a safe space. They have someone who they genuinely can open up to, that they have someone who actually cares about them and wants to hear about their day. One person in particular that I can think of, I'm literally one of the only people in their life right now that actually gives a shit about them and is not toxic to them and can finally relax in a small section of their day while they're talking to me. And that's huge that I can hold that space for them, you know. But yeah, there is a handful of them that I do think, oh, they're my babies.
Yeah, I mean, my answer is pretty obvious, right? I mean, like
Mhm.
I present myself as dad to the
Mm-hmm.
internet. So I'm not only proclaiming and holding that space with a kind of like aggressive benevolence, right? But I also it also means I have to be ready for everything that entails. Um, and for me, like everyone gets to decide what showing up for people as a parent or in that mythology looks like for them. But for me, being a father is about what I call holding space. Yeah. So it's just like, I'm here if you need me or not. Right. And in Valorant, it's really easy because like I'm just whooping ass. I'm just doing my thing, beating ass, having a good time. And it sets the stage for a kind of comfortability that that absolutely, like, I feel to be, I hold dad in that space, and everybody in that space is like my kid in that way. But I
Mhm.
also don't feel it pejoratively. There's no power dynamic. There's no, it's really for me just about showing up for folks. So
Mhm. Kandi.
Yeah, I agree. I've always been like the mom friend, so it just kind of makes sense. I kind of made a joke out of it with my content. Like one day I was like, I'm gonna make a really high channel point redeem that's gonna be really unobtainable and call it I'm gonna be your future stepmom. I'm gonna marry your dad. Like it started as a joke. And now it's just like everyone calls me mom. I have like a ground command, so if someone's acting up in chat, I just ground them. Like it's pretty funny. It all started as a joke, but it just fits. It fits the vibe. It's a good time.
I love that. Um, um, what is your biggest piece of advice for younger parents?
You said piece of advice. Sorry, I coughed.
Yes. Piece of advice.
I became a parent when I was 22, so I definitely would agree with the whole it takes a village thing. Make sure you have like support, and if you can find support, like I know not everyone's family is supportive, so it's good to try to find people that can help support you outside of that if family's not an option. Because I know definitely when my son was younger and we were all still younger, when I was still with my husband, ex-husband, it was hard, but we had like his family helped a lot. My family lives further away, but like they could still help if we ever needed, but his family lives like 10 minutes away, so they'd help a lot. It's just support is very necessary, and always stick to your boundaries, because there are people who will like, oh, I'll help you with the kid, and then they'll like want to keep the kid more often. And then during COVID, one of my son was like staying with his cousins, and like she kept wanting to keep him there longer and longer, and it was uncomfortable to me at that point, because then it was kind of like she was acting as his mom. So it's definitely important to stick to your boundaries as well as having a community, because you don't want them to overstep the boundaries and then get more involved with your kid than is necessary.
yeah, I mean, even if it's not really serious, even if it's like they say they're going to pick your kid up at 3 p.m. every Wednesday from soccer practice, like the 7 times they don't do that is going to make your life living. I promise it's going to like, it's way worse than just not having the help to begin with. So definitely like the right community, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would say that the one biggest thing that's I could say to a new parent is to not be so hard on yourself. Not be so hard on yourself, because we want to be the best parent. We have this envision in our head that, oh, I'm not going to do what my parents did to me. I'm going to make sure that my child has, you know, this organic food or this or that, or, you know, less screen time than like all those statistics and blah blah blah. Like, to just like, there will be things that you can't control in your child's life. For example, for me, I wasn't good at breastfeeding, and I didn't want to give my children formula. I did not want to do that, but I didn't have the resources or the options to do the other choice, to have like have a nursing milk, or, you know, access to that. So I had to go through formula, and it took a big hit on me. And then, not to mention, when the diagnosis of my children being neurodivergent, that is a big hit. Now, I just want to talk very, very briefly on that, because in my head, like I said, I had envisioned a life for my family to be a certain way, a certain structure. This is the, you know, I had the kids that I wanted, and then they are neurodivergent. And I mean, I'm a bit older than you guys, so in my head, in my upbringing, like, that was a bad thing. Obviously, now that they've been here for 11 years, I absolutely love them, and I embrace them, and I completely accept them for everything. And I love the fact that they are who they are, and I get to understand more people because of them being neurodivergent. But at the time of it, was, you know, all these factors that were coming in were just so out of my control, and I was really, really hard on myself about it. So yeah, I would say hold space for yourself, and don't be so hard on yourself.
Definitely.
Anything else? Because if not, we will still be yapping. But if you want to hop into a Valorant game while we yap,
Sure.
yes. Multitasking yap. I don't have Valorant open. Hold on.
So many Discord pings.
You are loved. That's what that means.
Yes, you are loved. You are wanted.
I'm tired. I've been sick this week. I had to take some Dayquil, so I sounded less congested for this.
You don't sound very congested. I'm gonna be so for real. Are you okay?
Yeah, the Dayquil worked.
But are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
I'm better today. I was really bad Thursday and Friday, but we made it.
Edgar says you're always tired.
I am always tired. It's like I'm 30 and have a kid or something. Like,
oh my god, exhausting. Imagine. That's crazy.
Like, we've all established it's very exhausting.
Yeah, it's otherworldly. I also think one thing I didn't expect was the is fucking exponential. Like,
I don't know if it was just me that had you cut out, but the what was exponential?
Going from one kid to two.
Oh, okay.
Like, I thought it was gonna be twice as hard. You know, you're like, oh, 2 kids, 200%. No,
I only have one.
100%
so I have one, but my ex-husband and his partner, they're having another kid soon. So I've offered to like help them out with like watching my son extra if they need while they have the new baby around. So like I'm trying to help support them as much as I can. Because it'll be good for my son to have a sibling. Like, I'm not upset about it. It was definitely weird to come to terms to at first, because it's like, oh, that's my ex-partner that I have a kid with, and now he's having a kid with someone else. It was really weird to get adjusted to, but I'm happy for them, and I'm going to try to support them, because they always try to support me as much as they can. Like, they kept the kid this week while I was sick, because I was like, I don't want to get him sick and then get you who's pregnant sick, and they're like, oh, that's perfectly fine.
No,
like,
fuck yeah, that's how it should be. That's community.
Yeah,
like, people are really afraid of like co-parenting situations and metamors and stuff, but that's beautiful.
Like my parents are divorced, and my dad and my mom don't get along, and it was always hard seeing that. Like, my mom would try to support more, but my dad wouldn't contribute on his end. my stepmom would try a bit more, but like it's just never been that good. So I knew as soon as I knew I was getting divorced, I was like, I want this to like be as simple as possible. We can still get along. We can still support each other. And my ex-husband's been great. He helped me get my own house the first time because I didn't make enough income to do it myself. So he helped me. He co-signed it. And then he paid off my car and gave it to me. So he like did
Oh,
everything
damn.
he could to make it so much simpler for me. Probably because he felt bad about the whole situation. But like it was rough. We've had our bad patches, but everything's really good now, and I'm glad for that. It's made my life way less stressful than it like because I was dating someone else for a while and he did not like that guy. So our relationship was not as good as it is now that I have a better partner that he also approves of. So it's
Mhm.
just very important, I think, if you're going to co-parent, if you can do it in a way that like is cordial and everyone helps each other, it's definitely a lot easier.
Yeah. I put my Valorant ID and also the party code, so you could pick whichever one you want to join. My words, like words, I cannot word right now. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Words are not wording.
Words are not wording. Post podcast. Word, not word.
Oh, you're fine. Words are hard. English is arguably one of the harder languages.
Technically, English was not my first language, but like at the same time, technically it was.
No, you're
like,
fine. Just tell people it wasn't. You're good.
But like I can't speak my first language anymore.
They don't need to know that part.
Okay.
Fake it until you make it. That's what I do.
Fake it until you make it.
I wing everything. I'm here.
True. Like unironically, having these conversations just like brings me back to all of my childhood trauma that I thought I got over, and I guess I didn't, because now I'm like thinking about it more.
It always hits you as a surprise. You're like, oh man,
yeah,
that still bothers me. That
sucks. Because I'm obviously in a position where I haven't had to think about my generational trauma and how that would affect my offspring.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But then you guys talking about it, it's like, yeah.
It'll come up when you least expect it, and it will just keep coming up, and you just kind of have to get through it as best as you can.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are steps that you can do right now.
I mean, I also don't. I also don't really think I want children.
That's so fair.
But you can heal your trauma for you.
This is true. That is very valid. I could heal my trauma for me.
Yes.
That is an option.
Forgiveness is hard sometimes, and it's okay to accept that.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Trauma, who's that? We just locked that behind the door. It's like it's Harry Potter. Edgar. Fun. No.
That's not the best option.
I think Ryan has been called somewhere. I just peeped over and he's not at his desk. At the desktop.
Thingamajigger.
Yep. Thingamajigger. Do you think we run like a spiky while we wait?
Sure.
We can.
What if he like comes back as soon as I hit start?
Then he comes back right as you hit start.
Question: was having children always part of the plan?
So for me, I planned to, get married, have kids, and like stay with that partner for my life. Like I only planned for that.
That far. Yeah, that far.
Things didn't work out as I planned. Like we had a kid pretty early into our marriage when things were already kind of rough because of some other stuff that happened I don't need to get into
No,
today.
that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, but like things were kind of rough there. So we weren't like fully ready to have a kid yet. But it happened and we made it work and it was fine. Like we were in a decent enough position. He's worked a decent job like our whole relationship. So it was fine. But it was just hard like when it didn't go as planned, and you have to expect that in life. Like anything you like try to plan for your life, it's probably not gonna work out. Like there's gonna be issues that arise, and you gotta have like, you don't want to be too rigid in what you want to do for your life. You want to be flexible, and that'll make your life a lot less stressful.
Yeah. Gwen?
I would say that
My mom is
Sorry, I'm
calling
back.
me. My mom's calling me. I'm muting.
Okay.
Lol. That is hilarious.
Welcome back.
The timing is crazy, actually.
What's the riot tag?
I sent it in the group chat.
Thank you.
I would say
Right.
that
She always calls when I'm busy.
Bless you. That's amazing.
She knows.
I'm
She
rarely not
knows.
busy, and the one time I'm busy, she calls.
That's so cool. That's so funny. I would say that I thought at the time of that having kids and having a family and this, that, and the other was, you know, what I actually wanted. But I'm going through therapy right now, like I said, and some of it is to do with, you know, what I went through with my ex-husband. But now we're starting to get in through to the childhood trauma
Yep.
and the shadow work. So this is fun, and no, I just
Real stuff.
I'm just realizing how badly conditioned I was from a very young age. So I couldn't tell you in all honesty until I've got to a point of understanding myself better if I actually truly did want children or not. But I have them and I love them, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'll say that. I would not trade it for the world.
I mean, I wasn't asking if you wanted children. I just was asking if it was part of the plan.
It was the plan for the first one for us for sure.
Okay.
Because, well, first off, it was like, you know, we were 2 years into our relationship, and she was like, "Look, little boy," I was 26 at that time. She was 32. She was like, "I want a family, and if you don't want a family, then this is not it." And
Valid.
I was like, well, first off, I was in love, so it was a yes no matter what, right? Like I had never been in love before, and my wife is gorgeous, head over heels, and I had never felt before like, like a human being that's like half me, half her would be dope. Like I had never felt that in my bones. So I wanted to have kids, and then we were sober. We wanted to be sober for a year, but we were sober for 8 months, and then kiddo. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at a point right now where I'm like, I've told my boyfriend, I'm like, I don't know if I want more kids, but like if we were gonna do that, like we'd have to be married first, and it has to happen before I turn 35.
Well, remember, there's always a chance. Like I think people forget. Like no matter what, even with condoms, whatever, there's always a chance.
Oh yeah, like it's not like, oh, never gonna happen. It's just like I'm open to it if it does, but like I'm not like upset if it doesn't.
In my wife's culture, they talk about like it's not that you get pregnant, it's that the kid is ready to come.
Aww.
And when they're ready, that you get pregnant, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Wait, that's kind of cute.
Yeah. Lock it in. Let's shoot people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dichotomy.
I feel
like we're gonna get carried.
By who?
By Dad?
Yeah. Well, you guys gotta carry me because my ping is gonna be through the roof.
Oh yeah.
Click on competitive. No, I'm joking.
We can't do that in a 4-stack.
Oh well, we could see each other's ranks.
Already looked. I'm okay with not looking.
Also, I'm like in a different setup than normal. I am in the middle of a music venue. Like I have no idea how I'm gonna perform. Yeah.
No.
Miles
You're gonna
has been crushing it. Shout out Miles for setting
pop
everything
off
up.
regardless.
Thank you. While
Pop
I
off, Miles.
podcast and shoot people, I appreciate you.
And I'm putting
Have
all
you seen
your
Miles in the background? Has that been?
Yeah, we've been seeing him
a couple times.
He said hello. Oh wait, hold on here. I'll unmute it. Say hello.
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Sup, Miles? Oh, I need to pick a character. Right. Yep. Okay. I'm like trying to put the cameras on the scene too.
So tall.
You are.
Also, the table that my mouse is on is white, and It might not be the best tracking, so
Oh, that'll
yeah.
be fun for you.
it's all good. I'm pretty adaptive. I'm
Okay.
gonna turn my DPI up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I think I don't know if I'm getting double voice in Valorant or not.
No.
No.
Okay. Good. Oh, I'm gonna. This is unfair.
Why?
It's. I can just say, because we have lower level people on our team, it's gonna reduce the total, like the team elo. It's not really elo, but there's like an approximate.
My level is 548. I think we're okay.
Yeah, well, you and I should balance it out a little bit, but
Yeah.
It's okay. My skill has nothing to do with my level. You know, like my level is unnecessarily high for my skill level. You know, like they don't correlate.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
I am a personality hire. I say that all the time.
I just tell people I have a lazy eye. I can't see.
I love that.
Oh my god.
I cannot hear my Valorant game.
Oh, that's fun.
Sorry, I just have some little sound. Check to do.
I'm gonna go.
Who needs audio? Who needs audio?
Who needs audio? Who needs audio?
Yeah, who needs that?
I'm just locked in.
I'm lurking. I'm coming up behind them.
Oh god! Oh god!
Oh, I got neoned on.
Oh!
Oh, well, you're better than neon, that's for sure.
Antigone.
Thank you. I mean, I have a redeem in my channel to turn my game sound off. So
I feel like you know sometimes you get fade ulted. You ever feel like you really lock in when you get fade? That happens to me sometimes.
Oh yeah. This is true. This is true.
You took my sound away, but you know what? Like I'm fucking locked in. Here we go.
All my other senses are like ×5.
Yeah. So one time my eyes work. Oh, they're coming B.
Oh shit! I didn't buy anything. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I threw that molly on top of you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Scoot back. I'm pressing buttons. I didn't mean to throw anything. I was trying to change a setting.
Oh god, that was really funny.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah, I think I had them seized. They just kind of got bullied.
Oh, there's one long. The rain is about to get. Oh, and last Suka free.
Nice. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Yeah, top fragging.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Pop off, Minty. Pop off.
I had seized 3 people in hookah. That's great.
I love that for you. I got wood. You know what's crazy? I got the guy's Vandal in all 3 of my accounts night market.
Nice.
Here, Deadlock. I'm coming and teleport with you.
Oh.
I'm gonna flash.
Oh. I'm already out here.
57 on neon.
I should. Oh.
40 on room.
Oh. They're rotating.
Maybe.
Someone should probably rotate, but we could also just stick together. All 3 of us can go through teleport together if they are not A. But there's still one back by me by showers, so. 40. There's 2 showers.
Oh, okay.
Lucky.
They made that easy for
Minty,
you.
you're on top.
Fam walked into my crosshair.
I saw that.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was-
really funny.
Hey man, it takes skill not to let go. That's all I'm saying.
True. That was commitment on my part.
Was that a cat?
Yeah, there's
Oh yeah, there's a new
spray.
cat spray.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I
look
didn't never
at
hear
it.
the
It
audio.
meows.
Yeah, that was loud.
It looks like one of my cats.
Does it really?
Oh, I fucked up my lineup.
Since it's hard for me to aim, I'm gonna be upping the fuck out of him. This is funny.
Verb's at 80. Hookah. But he dead.
Spike down B.
I think one's there. Watch out, watch out.
Yeah. She was. He was on the box
I
though.
scream a lot when I play this game. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's a horror game.
Apologize, you're perfect.
40 on Neon and 92 on Clove. Oh, oh. Whoa!
Nice try. Oh, what a shot.
Spike planted.
Fuck my wall up.
5 bullets.
All good.
Behind you.
Good.
No!
Oh, nice try.
I thought that was cool
And
enough.
D&D.
That's alright.
Sides. Make
It's pretty, I'm not gonna lie, my mouse situation is pretty,
Icky.
yeah, it's alright. We're doing our best here.
Listen, you gotta make the most of your situation. Oh.
Meow.
It's all good, it's all good. I've had other challenges. We shall overcome.
The way I instant bought this bundle because I had enough power.
Same.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm never spending money on Valor again. And then they're like, hey, we got cats for you. And I was like, well, I guess I'm spending
Cats,
money
you
on
say?
Valorant.
An inside out cat too for the gunplay.
It's so cute.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon here.
What a lineup.
That's all I'm good for.
Minty.
Well, yep. That's all I'm good for.
So I don't
Um,
like this. I don't like this
I
at all.
threw my wall.
What do we do?
I'm gonna try and run
Looks like
showers and
already-
steal one here.
Oh.
42. ISO. Best of luck.
Watch your eyes.
They're on spike.
Oh,
Yeah. Aww.
Oh. 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 My team is hosting a Valorant tournament in like a month.
Oh,
And
Miles hooked it up.
and I'm like supposed to be the host, but that's my commentary. oh.
You're gonna work on that, sweetie. Just a bit.
We trying.
You're perfect. You got it.
Thank you. I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. More speed. Faster bullets. Let's go. Go.
Ah! Mom.
I tried to
Alright,
help.
Reina, I'm
You're-
with you.
Okay, I have the spike.
That was courageous, Reina. And we should probably just push site here.
There's one
They
on
ran.
lamps.
They ran. 67 on neon and lamps. I should probably say that in game for the poor Reina that's not hearing me talk.
I think their comms are off.
Oh, okay.
Player standing.
Yeah, they are.
One enemy remaining.
One last showers.
Where are you? Marked one.
Ooh, ooh. Yo, they diff. You're better.
Parent diff.
Fade.
The homie Miles saw I was struggling with my mouse situation and came and brought a piece of cardboard and taped it to the table.
Let's go.
We
As a
love
big- as a big
Miles.
mouse pad.
That's great.
Miles coming up with solutions.
Absolutely.
No, thank you, real.
All right, let's work together. Everyone, come in. Come here.
Okay, we're going.
All
We're
10,
going.
and
Okay, okay,
here's
okay,
the,
okay.
Here's the plan. Charge the fuck out of lamps. Okay?
All right, all right.
Don't worry about the rest of the site. Lamps is what matters right now. We're just taking. Oh wow, get him.
106.
Want a wall? Let's go lamps. Come on.
Oh my god.
Nothing there.
Let's go. We got lamps.
Face your fear.
Minty and Spike.
Oh, oh, I
Yeah,
have
you got
spike.
spike.
I have
I
spike.
died.
I died.
One enemy. Spike down.
Ah, we don't need
Don't worry, I
spike.
got him.
We got it.
Good job, team.
It worked. It worked.
Match point.
Hell yeah, dude. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Worked. Teamwork makes the dream work.
All right, check it. Now, one person's gonna lurk showers, and everyone else we're gonna go be long.
I go
We're
lurk.
gonna
I
make
go
some-
lurk. Actually,
You
that
go
probably
lurk.
is not the best idea. Okay,
Someone
Bye.
lurk. It doesn't matter.
I go.
You got it. We're gonna make noise B, and then we're gonna all hit teleporter once we hear at least two, and we're gonna
Okay.
push the fuck out of A.
Okay, 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 okay.
It's you and me.
There's 3A right now.
All right, let's just push here. Let's just push B. It's fine.
Yeah, push B, push
There's
B.
nobody elbow. Nobody's elbow.
I'm mollied up though. We're good. Carousel. Good job. One hoop. Oh, no, that's you.
Oh damn.
Over there.
I'm gonna hide garden. I'm gonna let you guys take first contact or a brim ult or some shit.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god, lol.
Nice.
And I shot him too.
Well played.
GG.
GG.
Damn, Minty, carry me harder.
Get him, man.
Yo. No, I just had the power of the parents' belief, you know?
Hey, we're here to support you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I got mine. I'm happy.
yeah. Yeah, this doesn't happen that often.
It's gonna happen every single game we play.
Oh
Hit it.
yeah? I'm
Hit
gonna
that T button.
gonna accidentally get like
So
2
go
kills
click on
total.
competitive.
Oh. Oh my god.
We need one more.
The,
We just need one
the
more.
rank difference here. Which one more do you want? Because like, do you want like bronze elo, or do you want like your diamond elo?
No, iron.
You want an iron? I don't know if I
Yeah.
have an iron. Oh no, she's
No, I'm
currently.
joking. Go to Swiftplay. Hit Swiftplay.
Yeah, it is swift play.
I'm glad you took it seriously though. You were ready. You were
I
like,
was
"Fuck it,
ready.
let's
I
go."
commit. I commit to the bit.
To
All
be
right.
fair, I bet you we'd win our games because I would IGL for us and we would win.
Probably.
That's the end of it. Are you kidding me, dude? Bronze lobbies.
With your.
You're lucky if people are speaking in grunts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
Like,
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so true.
Like you could be getting caveman sounds the whole time, and you should be happy with what you're getting. Or,
Yeah,
like if
this
people
is
are
true.
if people are pinging the map and using like the voice commands, like you're like, oh wow, what teammates?
Yeah. I'm an Astra main, so like I just got used to playing or like reading the map even without people calming,
Right.
which sucks. But
Yeah, it's part of being a smokes player, right? It's just control.
yeah,
But I mean, I think that
we're gonna play
it's-
Vice.
as long as there's a person on the team doing that, even if there aren't a smokes player, like someone's got to have that handle on it
True.
in a competitive match. So,
True.
or to be more precise, you die when someone doesn't have a handle on it. You know, so
Mm. Mhm.
It's the same thing with like, you know, if you have a deadlock or a sage, you know, like the map awareness has to be there because you don't really have trips.
That's true. Yeah.
Even the
The-
cipher trip, but you can jump over and teleport through.
Yeah. I feel like deadlock trips are more used for like where you know they're gonna make sounds rather than like
Yeah.
holding
No,
flank.
dude, I think the deadlock trips are the best, but they're
Oh,
not
yeah.
for that. They're for. I like to put them anywhere someone has to drop.
Same, yeah.
Mm.
You drop into a trip. That's the only sentinel I play is deadlock.
I see.
Someone. How about I've got a feeling. Everyone, come here.
Okay.
I know you guys want to. We're
Okay.
gonna run this corner. Hey, Brim, can you just insta drop a stim beacon for us?
Yep.
And I'm gonna literally just W key into this corner and throw a flash, and we're all gonna spin this corner and fucking destroy them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Run it. I'm gonna book it down there and flash. Just trust.
I believe.
If they're not here, we flank. They're here. Look at that. Look at that. Run, my team. Destroy them.
What if they're
like a
arcade?
family.
They might be arcade.
Yep.
Well, all right. It's all good.
It's okay. It's 5v3 right now.
Yeah, it was definitely worth the advantage. Tell you that much.
Ah!
One is main. Care main.
One enemy remaining.
Main is dead. Last unknown.
He's here.
Oh, he's happy.
Knife. Everyone knife this person. I got one knife in. Oh, knife.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I tossed him in the corner.
You destroy them together.
That was amazing.
That guy's upset now.
All right, opposite. We all go A.
Okay.
We're gonna run through the door.
Okay.
Through the door.
Yeah, so we're all gonna wait here,
Oh,
and then as soon as if we hear them stomp, I'm gonna throw a flash through the door. Like I'm gonna open the door and throw a flash, and we're all gonna swing the corner.
Now we win.
Oh, through the door. Right.
Nope.
Yeah, they're not here, so yeah, let's go back. Are they there, Neon? Oh no.
Nope.
Oh, hey,
dropped,
up
they've
tower,
dropped,
tower,
they've
tower. Oh shit, one's already sight. Nice.
Oh, there's one aiming.
Careful, I'm gonna flash in buys, care.
Oh, well, I got two of them, but there was like two more there.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, I was gonna flash in,
Nice!
and then
Thank
knife
you.
her.
What a flash.
Well, I was gonna flash and then knife.
You flashed me, and then you knifed.
Yeah. Yeah, I flashed two allies. Because
What do you
I
mean? That was the
trying to
plan.
get
That was the
a knife.
plan. That was the plan. It was the plan the whole
Like,
time.
I got three allies. I got three assists. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, wifey, do you want my coom gun? Do you want my coom? It's coom.
Oh.
Coom gun. Oh, coom gun.
I got it.
Oh,
Looks
Jesus.
like a B push.
I hear ISO shield main. And oh, two of them. Oh, what the? ISO was there too, though.
Care heaven, they're already up.
There's one main.
Nice.
Spike down B.
Oh, they
Oh.
don't have the bomb.
Oh.
Got a molly for that. I'm
What am I?
gonna try and wall off the bomb a little.
Remaining.
I don't have wall.
Oh, 40. Oh, sorry. They ulted.
Last player standing.
Oh.
Oh.
Crouched. I'm sad.
Oh, anti.
Last round before the switch.
Aw.
No sense in
Well
saving time.
darn.
Spend.
They seem so excited. Oh,
See,
Oh.
love.
that's not what I meant by excited.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah, my ult. I'm gonna stand mid wherever they go. I'm just gonna ult.
okay.
I hear beat. Arcade.
Oh, Jesus. He's behind you.
Can
Spike.
someone help me? Sage, go look right there and protect my body right there.
Yeah.
Get that Reyna, get the Reyna.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you.
Good trade.
Enemy remaining. That's 3.
I think the bomb's on A.
I have Spike. I have Spike.
Where's this fucking Reyna?
I got heal. I'm coming.
You can't say that on EU servers.
Can't say what.
You're coming.
I'm coming.
There's they're here. They're here. Oh, the
I
spike.
rolled the
Oh,
spike.
perfect.
Run behind them, you said?
Yeah.
5 of them, you said?
Good job.
Crunchy.
Easy.
Really wanted that kill, and then I whiffed everything.
Sage, remember that you can't save everyone. We save who we
That's funny.
That's enough.
Let's all take the ropes.
I like the room.
One step ahead, yeah.
How about
The-
let's all
okay.
quiet push to A, and then we explode on sound.
Explode.
I knew you were
I'm
gonna say
sorry.
something.
I'm sorry. I'm a child. I'm sorry.
Yes, 26-year-old.
I'm so sorry.
Through the calm, I see.
One day you'll be too tired to be horny.
That's such a mood.
It is. Just go. Fuck it.
Here, one main. Or the spawn here.
Yeah, there's one heaven, one spawn.
Oh,
Let's get the spike on. Get the spike on the site. Sage, you got the spike? Yeah.
oh God. Oh God.
Behind us, behind us.
Oh,
Oh,
that wall was bad.
I got you.
Thank you.
I have 2
Minty,
health.
peek me,
Nope. Nope.
peek me,
No,
peek
no,
me,
no.
peek me.
Heaven.
Oh my God.
Ugh,
I should have
25 on
peeked
Reyna.
you.
Last player.
Oh.
One enemy remaining.
She was
They're
heaven.
hit for 60, but I think they healed. Oh. Oh!
So mean.
I guess maybe they didn't heal.
Get fucked. Look, I have to have a healthy outlet for my aggression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I would
yeah.
like to do the fun wall and
Violent
spawn.
video
Also-
games is the choice.
Also, that Reyna got an ace, so I had to shut on it at least
Oh,
once.
true.
You know,
I'm gonna watch
you gotta make
main.
sure they know. And I'm like, you know, playing like with one arm behind my back, kind of, and they
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
got
yeah.
melted.
Playing with their mouse on a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, straight up.
I have the spike.
Nice shot.
Oh,
run
they're
that
going the
bus.
other
We should
way.
probably not push
They're going
this.
the
Yeah,
other
we should
way.
go A.
They're going the other way.
What, to be?
Oh. For some
Yeah, we
reason, I
should go to
thought
A.
they were going to A. I'm
gonna
just
get this ult.
imagining things. Yep.
Vice, just go plant. I think I'm like 90% sure we
Oh
have something.
my god, it raises at 101.
I'm being really aggressive here for no reason.
Raises main with a shotgun.
They're on spike. They're on spike. They're on
Bro,
spike.
is there nobody back here? That sucks. On the spike? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're diffusing.
Oh, that's awkward.
Sorry, I died to the Bucky. immediately.
I hit them 101. I just
Oh.
could not hit them a second time.
Well, I murdered them, so
Good, good, good.
we cleaned up. Might not have gotten the bomb all figured out or whatever, but you know what? I got my frags, so what else really matters?
True, true.
Except for I got mine.
Yep.
No, I'm joking, obviously.
Are you sure that was obvious? Are you sure?
I mean, it's funny because nobody fucking listens in ranked, especially like if you're trying to IGL. No one listens to you if your kill death ratio's trash.
oh,
Yeah,
this is true.
So you like actually do have to be kind of ego-y just to get people to care or listen.
Yeah. Nice shots.
One flash.
You said
She's
that
there.
Sky flashed me.
I made
Watch out, I
them
threw me out of
mad.
dodge. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Merc.
Nice shot.
One mid. Get him, Brim, get him. Yeah, Brimstone.
They're ulted.
Where are they? Can we knife the last one? It's the last round. Knife him, knife him. Don't shoot him, knife him.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
He's down here.
Let me get the smokes out.
He's going back that way.
He's
He's
under,
going
he's
towards
under.
arcade. He's going arcade. Oh.
No, I should have just flashed it. I believed, I knew. Should have just flashed it and sniped him.
Launching thorns. There.
Best of luck, daughter.
Last player standing. Thorns are alive.
You got a flash though. And they lose? That's brutal. That's brutal.
Attackers win.
GG.
Who needs a flash when they get distracted?
Damn.
Alright, I have time for one more.
Me too.
Sounds
It's
good.
so late
Sounds
here.
perfect.
Come
No,
on,
yeah,
it's
what's
midnight over here.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like 5 hours.
Yeah. I'll have to go to bed after this one, or the kids are gonna kick my ass.
I'm gonna help produce a show.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, you guys can watch it if you want. It's at the D3. If you're in Denver, if you're watching the stream right now, you're in Denver, Colorado, and you want to see a show tonight, it's free at the D3 Arts. Los Mocochetes playing.
Ooh. Ooh, did you hear that chat?
And it'll be live streamed somewhere too.
Match found.
Or is it live streamed?
YouTube Colorful Colorado Collaborations is the nonprofit that does it.
Ooh, interesting. I will have to keep my eye out on that tonight.
Yeah, just so you know. For like a limited time thing, but this is the last one in the series of 3.
Ooh, what time does it start? Like exactly like when you're
7, so for 9 p.m. EST. All right, let's crush them.
let's squash them.
Destroy them.
Destroy 'em. Oh, okay.
Didn't you say you were an Astra main or something?
Yeah, but I don't really like to play Astra in like the
For
short.
fun.
Yeah, like when I'm doing like my solo runs of Valorant, I use an agent roulette to pick my agent,
Mm-hmm.
so that at least I'm not bored of playing the same 3 agents over and over again.
Real.
Good night, Gremlin. Ah. Hey, I was gonna read that out loud.
Uncouth message.
Huh?
What? Read what out loud?
I don't know. Raina's name, maybe. You know,
Do they have a duo?
probably.
It's kind of like trite. I just like see like come on, you know what I'm saying? Like get creative. Like if you're gonna be sexually explicit, like at least
Oh, true.
give me some. How can you be sexually explicit and not be juicy creatively? You know what
I
I'm saying?
think
Like,
I think
come
when
on.
it first showed up, I personally thought that paint and eye finger paint were pretty great.
Yeah, I thought that one was pretty decent. I've seen a couple, but you can't. That's like the most trot out one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boring.
I've seen like grass and I touch grass, and I thought that one was funny.
Mm-hmm. Not a duo name, but me and my friends have a 5-stack on our alt accounts that are all like Yap based names.
Hey, Astra,
Nice.
do you want to be ready to stun the fuck out of the star?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll flash it if they're here.
Oh, they're not here.
If they're not here, they're all gonna be fucking bait. And they're already on site.
Oh, 60 on neon.
Oh god. Oh god.
One
Oh,
tile's
duh. There was two. 107 on Phoenix.
Spike planted.
I know that Phoenix and my molly landed on his molly. I know that.
Player standing.
Man, 4v1. I'm way the fuck off
sorry.
site.
I'm sorry. I tried.
There's 0% chance of
Hi,
winning this, but I'm gonna do my
Sammy.
best.
Nah.
I
Just
think there's a chance Phoenix is still tiles.
probably.
And that sucks.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
NT. Sammy, I like unironically thought that that was actually you for a second, and then I realized our username was not hidden.
My knees are gonna kill after this.
I'm gonna buy an outlaw. That's what I need to do. I can snipe people easy.
Yeah.
I don't need to do crazy flicks. Nah, I can just have like aim labs. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Now we wait.
I believe in you. I believe.
And I've been top of pretty decent every game so far, right?
I
Yeah.
yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Concealment.
Rotating. Care man. we
Whoa!
lost.
Spike.
Spike down mid.
Why did they give the neon spike? That's just silly.
I think Neon just might have accidentally
Phoenix got
taken it,
shot right in the
Loki.
chest, 140.
We're gonna do this instead, Raj.
I hope that Molly kills him. Oh.
In the wrong spot, I guess.
Oh, Jesus.
The Phoenix is off site. It's 2v1 on site right now. The Phoenix might be coming to main like now-ish.
Oh, yours on site.
Nice try.
Enemy remaining.
Oops.
Nice try.
Oopsies.
Oh,
He was there. 26.
nice. Nice
There you go.
4K.
Yippee.
Easy. And it's easy kill with that Spectre because I 140 them blow.
Good and needed.
And now this is a useless gun.
Hey, Mom.
Hmm.
Magical girl? Do you want magical? Oh, want magical girl?
Sure.
Need a drop.
Magical girl.
Let's see what happens.
Magical
I usually
girl.
can't aim at this one.
Oh, oopsies.
No, it's okay.
Why'd you
That's
say
all
sure? You could have said no.
Because this is skin. I miss my
alright.
skins. My way.
Haha, thank you.
Spike down A.
Can you imagine running onto site with the fucking spike and just getting
That's what I'm
blasted
saying.
like
Why
that?
do they keep giving the neon the bomb? That's silly.
Ooh, I think there was two tiles. I think. Oh, one's dead. Never mind. Ignore me.
Stim beacon down.
They'll never ignore you.
Okay.
Oh, he's on the wall. He's on the wall.
Yeah, I wouldn't have beat that.
Whoa.
Still up.
It's you and me.
Oh shit, I got ulted by the ISO.
Mm-hmm.
Get blasted. Fuck you.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
I'm a menace.
Nice.
Did anyone see me shoulder peek that ISO in his fucking ult and then he thought I was gonna go to the other side and just got sprayed down like a scrub?
I only saw you shoot them. I didn't see the whole.
The
Oh,
mind games.
yes. Hey, computer, are you okay?
I almost
Computer.
said, Dad, can you buy me a gun? But I was like, no.
Yeah, I still tried to buy you too. I think I did. I did buy you. I've got 0. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm supportive motherfucker.
Launching smoke.
Careful, man. Mid top. ISO mid.
Spike. Oh. Oh, 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 oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, they pushed
Whoa, 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 whoa,
sorry.
whoa.
Look at all of you.
Oh my
Neon.
god. That is CoolDad. Yes.
Oh. It ran a 19.
Oh.
Fuck. This sucks.
Careful now. Going up.
Yeah, he whoa. My Valorant just be like broken. He actually was part of my
nice.
podcast episode today, so the podcast will be up
You're no match
later
for my wallbangs.
this week, and you gotta
Who needs to aim where I
hear
can shoot corners?
you gotta hear podcast about streamers who are parents and all of the fun things that come with that. So, yeah.
That Neon did get headshot though.
Whoa. That was a W clutch, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I do W shit. I'm not about to lie.
Nah. Is it? I don't know. It's fine. This is the last game, and then I'll be ending stream anyway, so it's fine.
Let's just storm A. Let's push hard together.
Run! Run!
There are a lot of duelists. They're all duelists, so just know that. They got no smokes or nothing. Flashing. One's left, tree for sure. It's the Phoenix. We know the Phoenix is tree. Oh, through the smoke. The Reyna's heaven.
They broke the door.
Oh, one's heaven, one's back.
Nice. On site.
Oh, ah! Okay.
On site.
Oh, there was one behind.
Yeah, that was tough. The flank was perfect timing for them.
Yeah.
It's all good. Nice try, nice try.
NT to myself.
Hey, if you're not going to be there for yourself, who's going to be?
Oh, true. True.
Me, I will, but you know.
I say that about my content all the time. If I can't like my own content, then who else is gonna watch it?
Oh yeah.
You gotta
no,
like
that's
your
for
own
sure.
content.
Oh, that's for real. Like, I tell people, like, I don't want to play that game because I don't like watching people play that game, so I'm not gonna play it.
They're very valid.
There are definitely games I enjoy playing, but when I watch clips of them, I don't enjoy watching the clip. You know, that's different.
That's
Yeah.
fair. But you could also just play it for not content.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens.
Oh my god. Not me lagging.
Lol, that Neon deserves it.
Hiya. Boy. Oh.
Yoru or ISO is tree. Watch out. Oh, never mind. He's seven. He's seven.
Oh, hell, heaven. One hell, one heaven.
Fade, come here. Fade, come here. Run away. Come on, we're abandoning site. They're both there. We have B for sure.
Yeah, but
I got you. Come in. I'm gonna close the door. Come forth and run through it. You go plant open, please.
yeah.
1920.
Planted. My ult is ready. Last player
Oh, what a shot!
I'm the Guardian.
Should have flashed first, but
Nah.
Oh. Pull their fucking knife out.
Last scene CT.
CT.
Oh!
You're so good. That was a
Whoa!
really good shot.
Thank you.
Are you actually bronze?
Yes.
You shouldn't be. I've seen your crosshair placement a couple of times. Is really good. You got.
I don't play comp much.
Yeah, no, you're at least plat.
You should play comp.
Yeah, that would take me hundreds of hours to get out of broads because of how
Correct.
broads players are.
That is also valid.
It for sure will take you a little time, or a team. You can find a duo or something, you know.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, I used
hey,
to 5-stack with people.
hey, wife.
Well, hey, I'm one up
Yeah.
roll. Let me get.
Hi,
open
you
alt
wanna you
Yeah,
wanna
maybe
cue comp?
sometime.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, well, I guess
What?
that's one way for me to get old. Oh, he
Oh,
ulted my
oh.
ult. It's perfect. Get him. Go get that. Go get him. Go get him. Oh, where is he?
Oh, in the corner.
Dude, logs.
Hubby.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Oh no. Run away, run away.
She's stuck. Minty, you have 5 stars.
5-star review.
Obscuring concealment.
Main.
I've got a flash here. 3, 2, 1.
Well played.
G.
Yay!
Good job. It was great playing with you guys.
It was great playing with you guys too.
Well.
And thanks for
Thank you for
inviting me on the
joining.
podcast.
Good luck on your
Yeah.
show that's happening.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys can tune in if you want. I'll send along some details.
Yay! I'm excited.
I'd love that.
Before we end, does anyone want to do any last minute like plug things? No? Yes? I guess meh. Okay. I feel like we already kind of
Yeah, I would say
advertised
make-
yourselves.
You know, like go support your creators. If you like anyone you've heard here tonight, or if you really like, want to support their content, it's so easy. It costs you nothing to go click buttons, follow,
click
subscribe,
buttons.
boom,
Click
boom,
buttons. Do the
Okay.
buttons. Thank
Okay,
you
well, it's been
again
great.
for
Thank you guys so
everyone being
much.
here. It was a very
Thank you.
fun. I hope you have a great day or night or whatever is happening for you guys. I need to eat. I don't know what day of the week it is right now.
Go take care of yourself.
Um,
Minty. Get some-
Yeah.
All right,
I had
gotta
a lot
run.
of
I love you
coffee.
guys so much.
Bye.
You have a great
Mwah.
day.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Minty.
Bye,
I need to
Gwen.
go
Bye.
No,
I need
me
to
too.
sleep.
Me too. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here.
Get some
Much love
eat.
to you
Bye.
guys.
Bye,
Thank
Gwen.
you.
Bye,